Sabah El Khair from the Dead Sea in Jordan. We had an absolutely crazy travel day from Egypt the other day, and it has been amazing to be able to relax here at a resort right on the Dead Sea. Today is the day that we are finally going to float, hopefully, in the Dead Sea. Oh my gosh. This has been on my bucket list since I was a teenager, so I am jazzed right now. Let's go. There's a few options to be able to get into the Dead Sea here on the Jordan side. There are public beaches. You have to pay to enter still, or you can pay to enter at resorts. Luckily, we were able to stay at this gorgeous resort with its own private beach right on the Dead Sea. Trust us, we can't pay for this either, so we did use points. There's nice, beautiful white sand up there, but once you get down here, it's like really rocky and hard. The Dead Sea is so salty. It's 34% salt concentration, which is 10 times the Pacific Ocean. I know when we normally go into the Pacific or the Atlantic Ocean, we're like, oh, it feels like so much salt. So I know it's gonna be worse here, but you're supposed to be able to float because salt water is so buoyant already, more so than fresh water, which means Nate can't sink or drown. I don't have to lifeguard today.
Ouch.
It's kind of cold on top.
Ooh. Oh, that is frigid.
Just on the top, it's so weird. I'm gonna go. Oh! They automatically do it.
Just that easy?
I'm serious. Like, let me push him. You just go the other way.
Can you touch if you try?
Yeah, you can. Oh no, I can't touch. Oh, there's literally no effort. Look at this. I'm not moving. This is so cool. Can I sit like this? Okay, you gotta try, babe.
Gosh, it's so cold. So as Alicia so alluded to, I'm not a very good swimmer, but I also don't sink very well. I'm pretty buoyant naturally, so I might just be shot like straight out of the water. Whoa, that is crazy. What the heck? I've never felt so safe in my life. While in water, at least. Oh my God.
Oh, that made me dizzy. Your legs are so... Get your feet out of here.
I lost my footing. Oh, I'm back to land. Safe again.
Superman!
While Alicia is doing her best impression of Superman, because that's what I think of when I think of Alicia. The Dead Sea is so aptly named because nothing can live in it. It's just too salty. There's no fish, nothing. But there are a lot of flies.
Okay.
Yeah, flies on the camera, huh?
Yeah. Oh no, water in my mouth. Actually, I don't know how long it'll take.
They seem just fine, but I don't think anything can kill these things. Also, you're not supposed to shave, which I did immediately when we arrived to the hotel. So I'm glad we waited a day, because if you have shaved or you have a wound, it's not gonna feel good in here.
Besides just floating in the Dead Sea, the other really cool thing that you have to do when you come here is put on the Dead Sea mud. It has all these healing powers and magical qualities. And our hotel has a Dead Sea mud bath thing for us to go try. Okay, but it's just a tub of mud. And there's plenty of handprints in it already. Oh, it's so cold and slimy. It's like really slimy. Oh, okay, it's kind of like, oh, it must just be the salt that's already on me. How it's like kind of exfoliating. Yeah. So this ritual of putting on Dead Sea mud started all the way back in around 50 BCE. So over 2,000 years ago, when the pharaoh Cleopatra from Egypt would come to the Dead Sea, and she attributed the mud and the salt from the Dead Sea to her eternal beauty. And she was supposedly very beautiful. So ever since then, people have been trying to use the same mud as her to be as beautiful as her. And there's tons of qualities in this mud. It's very mineral rich, and it's really good for skin conditions like eczema or acne. This could take a while. We're all done. As covered as can be except our hands, so we can use them. I think we're gonna let it dry first, and then we'll go rinse off in the Dead Sea. I don't know how long that takes. Okay, it is starting to get really tight as we stand out here in the sun, and my face is like, that's how much I can move it. I feel like I have plastic on my face. It's still drying on our legs. We're just gonna wait a little bit longer, but feels tight, feels good, like stuff's happening.
So itchy. I've wanted to run and jump in the Dead Sea for like the last 10 minutes. Ew.
Feels so good. It's getting hot out. Look at that.
It comes off pretty well.
It just melts right off you.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Oh, the itchiness stopped. It's so nice.
Oh, I feel so soft.
Do you?
I don't know if that's what's supposed to happen, but I really do. There's some parts that are like a little hard to get off. I wonder if those are like the wet parts.
Yeah, that would make sense to me.
Thank you. Just trying to clean my face, and I accidentally got some of the really, really salty water in my eye. Haven't been able to open it since. Do not recommend putting your face in the salt water. Okay, but I do have to taste it still, so nervous. Oh my god. It like burns your tongue. It's so salty. Oh, excuse me. It's so bad. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
So a couple more fun facts before we go. One is we're on the Jordan side, but the Dead Sea is actually split almost evenly between Jordan and Israel. So just behind me, that's Israel. It's crazy. It's heavily guarded border though, so no boats are on the water because they don't want anyone crossing. You also can't swim in the Dead Sea after sunset because they won't be able to see you if you decide to float across to the other country. This is also not the saltiest lake in the world, but it is considered the saltiest because of how deep it is. It goes up to 1,300 feet deep, and nobody's actually explored all the way to the bottom. They've gone as deep as they can, and eventually they just have to stop because it's so salty and so dense down there.
I think we've had all the salt we can take, so we're heading to the showers.
I still feel like a fine layer of salt. I look like I'm oiled up for like a bodybuilding contest or something. I don't look like I'm ready to join the contest, but
I was gonna say.
the Dead Dead Sea is actually at the lowest elevation in the entire world. Lowest body of water and just the lowest elevation. 401 meters below sea level.
The last thing we're doing today is watching sunset at the Dead Sea. It is an absolute must. The sunsets here are beyond beautiful, and they seem to last like 2-3 times as long as a normal sunset. It's amazing. What did I say? Unbelievable.
I did not shave before this though.
That's never been a problem.